Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone watching. I'm your host, The Report of the Week, and thank you so much for tuning in. I wanted to change things up a little bit, and you'll see what I mean by a little bit, because while it isn't exactly a food review, I had to do that. I just really wanted to go that cringy, exaggerated intro right there. But while it's not exactly the same as a food review, I do want to talk about a few things. But I just wanted to do like a more random video. I just wanted to sit down and just share a few thoughts. Really, that's what I wanted to do. I was managing things today. I was managing the YouTube channel. I was going through comments. I was seeing what people have to say, how people were feeling about the videos, and so on and so forth. And I was checking out the latest video, and there was an interesting trend that I was seeing in the comments, where in the most recent video that I did, I was trying out the Jackolantern Pizza, the most horrifically scary, terrifying, horrifying, harrowing pizza I've ever seen in my life. The Jackolantern Pizza from Papa John's. And I was seeing in the comments this prevailing trend where a lot of people were saying, I think that the concept of this pizza is idiotic. And it wasn't just like there was one person who was saying that. I was seeing that comment again and again and again. And I was just seeing so many people saying this, and I thought, it got those gears turning. I was thinking, oh, that's interesting. It's always interesting when you see so many people like this collective mindset feel a certain way about something. So anyway, that got me thinking about fast food items, fast food releases, and just the fast food industry in general. And it led to an observation. It's an interesting thing that I noticed and I wanted to share with you today. One trend that I've picked up on recently. Now look, this isn't to say that this is not a thing in the past, right? I'm not going to say that, oh, this never happened before, this never was a thing, right? Because I'm sure that it was, but this is one of those things that I'm picking up on, and I'm just noticing it more and more and more, okay? When it comes down to fast food, right, and I'm talking like all the major chains, the Taco Bell, the Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, Papa John's, right, all of the big names that are out there. When it comes down to fast food, I'm always perusing for new releases because I just know when I do a review, right, what always works out best and what people really want to see are new releases. And that makes sense, right? There's something that's new. They got the ad campaign going out for it. You're seeing this, whatever it is, a burger or a sandwich or a sinister looking, supposedly friendly jack-o'-lantern pizza. And it's just promoted everywhere. You're seeing the commercials, you're seeing the ads, and you're like, yeah, all right, what does it taste like, right? How good is it? How bad is it? So on and so forth. And there's a lot of interest, and that's why I'm always browsing around and I'm always trying to see what's new. And my favorite releases when it comes down to fast food are is something that's completely original. Something that's new to their menu, that they've never done before, and like it's inventive, Those are the things that I like. I sometimes get an item where it's just like, yeah, all right, we've got our burger, and everything's the same, but it's got bacon this time around. It's like, all right, well, it's a burger with bacon, and I guess that's what it comes down to. Or it's like, all right, we've got a pizza, but get this, it's got extra pepperoni. Yeah. And it's like, all right, well, I understand what you're getting at, but does it really knock my socks off? Maybe it's a good item, but does it inspire that enthusiasm? Not necessarily. But when you get an item that's inventive, it has to be something that a chain has never done before, best way to put it. One thing that comes to mind are the nacho fries from Taco Bell, right? It's one taco, it's another taco, it's a burrito, but then there's French fries. And it's like, wow, it's a simplistic item, but it's something that I've never seen before at Taco Bell. That's what I'm talking about. something where they're doing something original to them, and that's what really gets me going. Now, these are those releases that are like, wow, I really want to try this out because, number one, good on them for utilizing their creativity and being original, because that's what I really like seeing. So, having established that, right, those are the releases that I like seeing the most. These types of inventive items that just go out there and it shows their creativity. They're really putting a lot of thought into this, a lot of effort. It's not just taking a regular item and doing the bare minimum and passing it off as something new, but they're actually doing something new. That's what I like seeing. But one thing that I noticed over the last couple years, I would even say like this is really starting to prevail even over the last 2 years. I'm seeing that less and less. And instead what I'm seeing, you have these items that might originally be new, and all they're doing is they're bringing them back, returning them to the menu over and over and over and over again. And that's not to say that that's inherently a bad thing. Like, let's go back to the nacho fries, right? They came out originally in early 2018. And I remember when they first came out, and I think it was February 2018. I remember that was so hyped up. I mean, you had mainstream news that was reporting on it. And, you don't have that too often where you find these major media networks talking about French fries from Taco Bell. But they were. And there were so many people talking about it. I remember when I uploaded that review, so many people wanted to check it out. There was this level of curiosity about it. And people were just so hyped up because it was something new. You had this enthusiasm about it. So when they first brought him in, they first introduced him, everyone was going crazy. Then the second time, a couple months later, they bring him back, and it's like, all right, well, they're back. That's great. Looking forward to trying them out. Are they as good as they were the first time? But I noticed the amount of enthusiasm was there. It was noticeable. It was discernible. But maybe it was like, instead of being, let's just say metaphorically, at 90% the last time, and that was down to maybe 70%. It was like, hey, that's still a lot, but I noticed that not as many people. Then they bring them back a third time. Try them out again. It's like, all right. Yeah, they're back. All right, that's good to know. I'll go get them, thanks. Down again. Then they bring them back a fourth time. It's like, yeah, all right, they're back, thanks. And I was just noticing each time they brought them back, the amount of interest, the amount of enthusiasm, that general excitement kept going down time and time and time again. Because it's not something that's new anymore. It might still be a good item, it might still taste good, but it's not new. It's not inventive, it's not thinking outside the box. It's like, all right, thanks, I guess I'll see it the 5th, and then the 6th, and the 7th, and then the 15th time that you bring them back. All right, yeah, that's good to know, thanks. And you just see every last time, and I'm not just bashing the nacho fries or any of that, you see this with so many items. They release them the first time, it's something new, everyone goes crazy, but then people want something new. People want something that's out there. They want something that's exciting, that's inventive, that's creative. And then they just get the same thing again. And again. And again. And you know what I'll say then. Not that you thought I was going to say again, but I didn't. I said that instead. Terrible joke. But see, that's the thing. I think it's a marketing lapse. And I think it's just because some companies say, well, I know that people are going to go buy this anyway, so what's the point? Why do we need to put this effort and energy in when I know people are going to get it anyway? But I think that's just a lapse that I've noticed, that I've picked up on, and I think it comes back to bite them. I think the amount of really new, inventive releases, while they're still there, while they're still coming out, and granted, not all of them float, some of them just sink like a rock, and they're terrible. I just see more and more places just kind of bringing back the same old, and again, with that, I see that enthusiasm and interest dying out as well. So My suggestion in the end is there needs to be a balance. And they shouldn't just cop out and say, all right, yeah, let's just, all right, bring this back and call it a day. You know, you could bring something back here and there, but at the same time, I think it should just be balanced out and intersped with a few creative, inventive releases as well. And that's just a trend that I see. More places are kind of just going for that easy route, and I think long run that's going to hurt them. So, just an observation that I noticed and something that I wanted to share and talk about. And with that, thank you for tuning in. I'll be seeing you again in a little bit anyway, with probably a review, though who knows. Thank you for watching and listening, and take care. I'm your host, the Report of the Week.